With U.S. home prices plunging and homeowners defaulting on their mortgage loans in record numbers, U.S. Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson said the stakes were too high to ignore.
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are so large and so interwoven in our financial system that a failure of either of them would cause great turmoil here at home and around the globe.
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are responsible for about $5 trillion in mortgage loans, roughly half of all home loans in the United States. Government officials had assured the public just 2 months ago that the government-backed mortgage lenders had sufficient cash to weather the housing slump. But Federal Housing Finance Agency Director James Lockhart said it appears losses were bigger than expected.
Unfortunately, as housing prices, earnings, and capital have continued to fall, their ability to fulfill their mission has deteriorated. In particular, the capacity of their capital to absorb further losses while supporting new business activity is now in doubt.
The takeover plan gives Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac greater access to government funds to cover billions of dollars in losses while continuing to guarantee new loans. Economist Mark Zandi says the government had few options.
It is going to cost taxpayers, it looks like somewhere between $25 and $50 billion, which is a lot of money, but it's certainly not as much as it would have been if these institutions were allowed to fail.
But advocates for the responsible use of taxpayer money say they plan to closely monitor the takeover. Pete Sepp is spokesman for the National Taxpayers Union.
You'd have to look back to the days of the Great Depression to see such a huge government intervention with such major implications.
China and Japan, the biggest buyers of Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae mortgage debt, called the bailout a positive development. Some key stock market indexes in Europe and Asia surged 4% following the announcement. Wall Street added to the rally on Monday. Some investors say the move could help stabilize financial markets that have been battered by more than $500 billion in credit losses. Arcega, VOA News.